Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is day after tax day, April 16th, 2026, and this is a quick look at the market. The market has done what I expected it to do a lot sooner than I expected, all-time highs. And I want to just kind of like take a look at what I've been saying and kind of review the whole pattern all the way up to this point. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that's for you. All right. First of all, let me zoom out a little bit, and let's zoom out. First of all, this high right here, I had marked it. It's been marked on. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen this has been up here for quite some time, and that was my high. I had a marker, also an alert around 6:30. That was my level that I wanted to see the market get back over to see if it was going to actually attack that all-time high and make all-time highs, and it has done that. So that's what has happened at this time and before, and I'm kind of giving you some of the explanation of why you see certain things on my charts at the time, and now I'm telling you now. One of the other things that I said in my videos, if you've been watching my weekly review videos, is that I have this 50 and I had these 50s and 200 on my chart. Once the market got below the 50 and was churning below the 50. This is the 50 up here. This is the 200 down here. It was kind of like sell, 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 and sell, 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 sell. In my trading plan and trading strategy, just me selling cover calls on my current positions, me selling cover spreads, selling call spread trades above the market. I'm not the type of trader that will buy a put, so that's just me, But, because again, in this choppiness, buying a put, you just end up losing money. You didn't really make any money until it went down like this. And again, that put, if you didn't get it up here just before that happened, those puts got kind of expensive and then trying to buy them. And then this usually happens to you right here where the market turns around. So that's a reason why I don't like buying puts. Because again, I would have to scalp with them just like I normally do. But it seems that the put prices are a little bit different. Just leave it at that. Now I want to zoom in here about this whole turnaround. The whole turnaround was, it gave us signs at 3 different points, and I want to point those out to you, so next time this happens, it probably will happen again, that you be aware of seeing what's happening. This pattern right here, this little Pearson pattern, this red candle, green candle, that was kind of like a bottom, and once we hit that bottom, we got confirmation. We got a confirmation candle like right away. It gave us a crazy little pull, open down lower, and filled this gap, and ended up closing higher. So that was giving us a sign that this market was ready to turn around. And again, you got to learn to see these things when they're happening in the market. The other thing was, though, we were still below the 200 and the 50 at the time. So again, you're kind of cautious about the whole thing. But once it did this big gap up, when I'm talking about this gap up, is when it created this gap, and we came up here, and it stayed above the 50. That was another sign. All right. I started talking about all-time highs. How high are we going to go? Are we going to go above my 630 level and stay above there? And we ended up this week already. We ended up there. And these past 3 weeks have been some of the strongest weeks that I've seen in a while. So that's what happened there. But now the other signs that happened was once we did get above there, 2 days we got a bullish, almost engulfing. And then we got the red confirmation that I had said something about earlier, and I said I wasn't too happy about that. And then after that, though, we ended up getting another bullish sign the next couple of days, and this was when kind of like, all right, let's go. Let's see if you're going to break all high, gets above that 630. We was right. We was like a little less than $10 away from it where it closed at. And we ended up pushing up for the last couple of days here. And right now we're above our top, making all-time highs, and at this point is where I have to get where the market is going to do what it did today. It's going to make these deeper pullbacks, you know, because we're at a top. People are taking profit. People are trying to get out of their short trades, the ones who don't get out of them when they was down at the bottom here, and or somewhere once they start seeing the market turn around. They got to work their way out, or they start shorting the market again, because again, this back at the top. This thing can roll over at any time, you know, because always anything can happen. So it's at this time where I end up still trying to trade it to the long side. That's just me. I'm bullish, you know. But I know I have to wait, you know, just like the other day when the market made the little dip, you know, first thing in the morning, you know. I'm waiting for those pullbacks to get in. I'm trying to buy the dip because I'm getting closer to the top, and I get where sometimes right now I'm doing this mainly to let me myself know you're going to have to start taking smaller profits. You know, you definitely take that 50 cents. Don't be shooting for that $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 on your trade anymore. Option trade I'm talking about. So again, you have to start getting a little bit more cautious now that you're at a top and it's trading like it's at a top right now. Getting this hammer being formed right now, although it's only 11:30 at this time. But this is what we're beginning to see. But we are seeing that the market is trying to go higher, and we're at a resistance above a resistance 2. We haven't done that. This is one of those things where will it do a big crazy move tomorrow where everybody want to be in before the weekend? We just got to kind of like wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see how this thing closes out today. But the signs were given. Back here at the beginning, the bottom where we had the piercing pattern. Back after gapping above the 50 and the 200, bullish engulfing, and then confirmation, been running ever since. How many more days will we get this thing running up? I don't know. This has been a pretty strong run to the upside. We have made all-time highs, so now is the time to be kind of cautious. I actually sold my calls out a little bit more. I actually rolled calls out a little bit more, and one stock I might have to just give up, and that's my Netflix. I had sold calls on that thing, and it went a whole lot more than I really expected this fast, but I do still have some shares, and I still continue to sell puts on it. But that's it, getting into my trading thing, so that means I must be done. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys having a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. You kind of like catch my weekly market reviews when I come out with those. I'll probably get a little bit more in depth on each time frame of what's actually happening, what I see at that time. All right, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.